Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on a front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the Front Porch, and happy April Fool's Day to you. And that ain't no April Fool's. My name's Kenny Dean. Speaking of oh, Ronnie, yes, yowza.
That actually looks good.
Ryan Fuller. Speaking of fools, Scott Blake with us this morning. Just had to do it. Just can't quit up wearing his Auburn stuff.
Well, I have a reason to wear that again today, so I'm sorry. I'm singing this afternoon at the game, so you got to wear your Auburn stuff to the game. You know what they tell you when you get your email that says you're coming down to sing? Please refrain from wearing anything red or the opposing team's colors.
I'd go in there with a little roll tide.
I can't do that now.
Reverend Ben Hayes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my friend. How are you guys doing this morning?
Good.
Man, we out here rocking and rolling, getting ready for April Fools. And by the way, happy April Fool's Day to you, sir.
Yeah, my wife threatened me years ago that if I ever played an April Fool's prank on her, I would probably not live to regret it. So.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I have, because I've always liked joking with people, and sometimes it backfires. I've had a thing that happened to me with a friend of mine years ago that backfired on me, and as far as pulling a prank, it wasn't April Fool's, but you got to be careful, because sometimes those things can backfire, and some feelings can get hurt, and it's just not. Number one, sometimes it's not intended, but you just got to be careful of those kind of things.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Busy day for you and First Baptist Church. Busy day. Is it a busy day for you in the First Baptist Church, Davil?
Well, not really. Today is a little bit less busy. We do have our Davil Ministerial Alliance meeting tonight at the church, and I think we're going to feed them some fried chicken, and I hope all of those guys will come out and join us for that, because we got a lot to talk about.
Well, I know y'all will be out here this coming Thursday. I'm not sure who will be here or not.
But Charlie Kuykendall will be there.
Oh, good gracious alive. My old buddy, Charlie Kuykendall. I know you got coming up the 13th, you got Palm Sunday with the Rams Corps coming in from the University of Mobile.
Wow.
Yeah. University of Mobile has several excellent student groups that go all over the world. In fact, I think the Ram Corps is about to go on a mission trip, or they've just been on one to Cuba.
Wow.
But they are a brass ensemble, and, I mean, they do amazing. It's going to be a really neat day, a lot of great things planned for that day. People will want to come, I'm going to tell you. They need to come and see it.
No one will go to sleep that day at church. They will not go to sleep.
No, not a bit.
Hey, and they've been there before, haven't they, Reverend?
Yes, we've had them here several times, and it's always been a great time of worship. They're a bunch of great kids. Their leader, he's a really good guy. And, I think it's going to be a real blessing to folks.
Well, good, and that's Palm Sunday, which is April the 13th. So I know we'll be talking about that with Mr. Kuykendall this coming Thursday.
Yeah, he's not going to let that slide. He will tell you all about it.
I'm sure he will. I'll look forward to it, and we're looking forward to the Front Porch Talk today. And with that, we'll turn it over to you right now.
Thank you, sir. I told you yesterday that we were prayer walking our Dadeville Elementary School last night. And I think it's such a privilege that we have in Dadeville that our schools are open to us, and in fact reached out to us to do that because our kids start testing today, and it's the ACAP test, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of stress up there at the school, and they just wanted us to come and pray so that the kids would not be stressed and that everything would go well today. And so that's what we did. Had a great bunch of folks to go. But I want to talk about children this week because they're so important. And in fact, so important that God makes several commands to us about our children throughout the Scripture. And I read one yesterday from the Psalms. And today I want to come from Deuteronomy chapter 6. And this is a tremendous passage that the Jewish people hold very dear to their heart even now. It's the Jewish Shema, which says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart." And this is the part I want to get to. He says, "You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise." And I think that's so important, such a powerful statement, because we're supposed to teach our children diligently. And then he gives us some ideas about how we do that. He says, when you get up in the morning, talk about Jesus. When you're sitting down at a meal, talk about Jesus. When you're driving them to school, talk about Jesus. Every chance you get, pour into them the love of God and the love for God that you have. You know, as a minister, it's one of those things that you go to church every time the door is open. And when our girls were little, we stressed to them, look, we're not going to church because Daddy's the pastor. We're going to church because we're Christians and we love God. And that was one of the things that we shared with them over and over again, wanted to get it deep into their heart. And I'm so proud of the fact that my girls have always gone to church. They're heavily involved in their churches now. And that's the way that's where our hope lies. Because in Proverbs, I mentioned this yesterday, it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to walk away and come back. It means they're going to stay on that path that you put them on when you train them up in the way that they should go. And that's what I want us to do here at Dable, is to train up our children in the way that they should go, so that when they go off to college, they're not going to stray. They're not going to fall into habits that are not good for them. And they're going to live their life focused on the Lord. And just let me pray for your viewers today, that would be their heart, even for the grandparents that are watching, that they would want to pour this into their grandkids' hearts. So, Father, that's important to us today. And as I pray for these students and teachers as they go to school today to take these tests, I pray for the parents as well, that even now they're pouring into the hearts of their children the joy of what it means to be a child of God, knowing that you're going to walk them through this, that you're the one who can give them comfort and peace in the midst of their trials and stresses. And Father, that's what we pray today. Just put your hand on every classroom where this test is taking place, and may your will be done. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. For those kids today. Hey, you just said something that kind of got my attention. You're talking about your girls are heavily involved in their church today because you told them this is just, we don't go to church just because Dad is a pastor. And you go for the right reasons. You go for the man upstairs. And I think that's something that you did way back when, that, you know, those girls, they looked at going to church different all their life, I guess.
They did. And, you know, what kills me today are when I hear parents say, well, I just can't get them to come to church. Look, they want to eat. They want that cell phone. You can get them into church. Mm-hmm. But we didn't have to do that with our girls. We expressed from the very beginning, hey, it's because we love God and He loves us. And I think that's the key, is you got to fall in love with God. And when you do that, you want to be in church. You want to serve Him.
That's the bottom line. That's just the bottom line.
That's right.
Hey, thank you for what you and your lovely wife did way back when, and thank you for being a part of this community, and thank you for what you do for this community. And hope you have a great day. If you can help us to get over the hump tomorrow, we would appreciate it.
We'll do it. See you then.
Remember one thing. If you don't remember nothing else, Dave, do not play a April Fool's joke on your wife. You got it?
Thank you, sir. I'll try to remember that.
We'll see you, buddy.
All right.
Oh, Reverend Ben Hayes getting us started today. Let's talk about the weather. 'Cause let me tell you what, I don't hardly ever wear a rain jacket. or an umbrella or anything. Well, I carried one yesterday with me. I went in a place and I didn't take it in with me.
Uh-oh.
When I came out, that bottom fell out. And today the bottom is not going to fall out. We're starting out at 52, pretty cool out there this morning. 82 for a high and sunny. Oh, man, this could be a great day to
Beautiful
get out.
day.
Tonight, warmer tonight, partly cloudy and 66, very slight chance of rain. Then going into the first week of April, 90 and 69 tomorrow, 89 and 69 Thursday, 91 and 66 Friday. Really no chances of rain, even on Saturday, 89 and 70. Then Sunday, it's going to cool off a little bit with about a 70% chance of rain. 80% chance of rain. Mid-70s, low 52. So we're going to start off next week a little, pleasant. We'll put it that way.
More common temperatures.
Oh.
Normal for this time of year.
All right, then, Mr. Weather.
Thought I would intrude there a little bit. Yeah.
There's your weather report brought to you by our friends, the Yerke family at Alex City Marine. They are located on Cherokee Road, and they're ready for you to come get your boat out today if it's ready to get out. Corner, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you something about produce. They have it at the Corner Produce and Car Wash, which is located right over there, right across from the bowling alley, where it's been for a long time. It's just changed hands. But if you're looking for produce, if you're looking for to get your car cleaned up today, you just found it. Of course, they'll be open all day long. They'll be open Saturday also. But let me just tell you, go to Andy Tucker right now, so say hello to him. But if you're looking for produce, you just found it. Right across from the bowling alley.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Goree's Furniture.
Your express way to saving.
Russell Medical Total Fitness is ready. Are you? Do you have arthritis? They can help. Pilates are for everyone. Ask them about the Silver Sneakers program. Get moving in a class now, or if you prefer, personal training on land and water are available. They have invested in new equipment for you. Invest in yourself with a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Call today, 256-329-7623.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance is now offering medical insurance. We offer $5 million lifetime maximum per policy. You can customize a plan to fit your healthcare and budget needs. Use any doctor or hospital of your choice. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, located 1881 Goodwater Highway, Sylacauga, Alabama, is one of the fastest growing funeral homes in the area. We are pleased to announce the grand opening of our crematory, an expansion that allows us to offer traditional services as well as cremations starting at $8.99, serving Talladega, Coosa, Clay, Tallapoosa, Elmore, and the surrounding region. That's Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, 256-245-1454.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy floor, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South, turning into Wind Creek State Park. And there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance now has the Cancer Answer. Our plans cover radiation and chemo treatments, surgery benefits, skin cancer. 30 specified diseases are covered. Our plan also has a return of premium benefit if not used. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asked you to keep his number, 256-329-2539, on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
Lake Martin Garden Shop is located on Highway 63. Miss Kay, are you ready to open those doors today? Let me tell you something. If you're looking for plants, the big ferns, the pretty ferns, all the plants right now, the color, they have them. You know, the kind of the motto is where good things grow. Well, that's what they do. They're open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, or then on Saturday to 4, and then on Sunday afternoon 1 to 4 at Lake Martin Garden Shop. So go by and see them. I know Phil Blassingame would appreciate it too. That's what I need right there. Is when I used to have I've tried the mustache part before, and I'd twirl it up like that.
Handlebars.
Handlebar, that's right.
It looks good with your flame on your hat there. Like that.
Well, we got the flame goes those. We got some folks coming in today from grassroots artists. It's pre-recorded. James Hollingsworth and Molly Levette. They kind of teamed up together, writing together, singing together. They'll be our guest at 6:30. Senator Tuberville will be calling in at 7. I know one thing we're going to talk about. Because he's reintroduced the Farmers Market Expansion Act. I'm all for that. I know we'll be having our farmers market here probably starting in May, probably Memorial Day weekend. I'm not sure about that. And then to wrap it up today, the one and only Reverend John Hill from Flint Hill and Mary Perry talking about the Dementia Caregivers Support Group. So there is our lineup for today. It being April Fool's Day, I have to wish Pam Young, happy birthday. You know, I saw a picture of Pam and the grandchildren, and that's all it was. It was just Pam and the grandchildren. So I don't know if Tom just didn't get the email.
He got cut. He got cut. I saw that picture last night, too.
Beautiful picture of Pam and the grandchildren. But Tom, I don't know. It's just what they think about you. Ellen's got a sister, Barbara, having a birthday today. Shirley Ann Satterfield, one of the sweetest ladies I've ever known in my life. And my old buddy Mark Whitehurst having a birthday. Let me throw this out, if y'all don't mind. If y'all know of a place or to rent 1 bedroom, my brother Charles Dean, who'll be 83 next week, is looking for one to move in today. I just tell you, today it'll be fine, and there ain't no April Fool's. So contact me if you know of an apartment. I know we went to Hillary Towers yesterday, and so we're checking that. We're checking, but if you know something that's open right now, give me a call today. Text me, call me, and I know the family would certainly appreciate it. Hey, you know, one thing that's coming up this weekend is it's bingo. It's bingo at the community room in Hattonville. I know y'all will turn out because they turn out early and they hit the road early. So put that on your things to do today. So what time you sing this afternoon?
Game's at 6.
Oh, okay. So early evening.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball, Braves are 0-5. 0-5. They're Ryan's.
And then one of their players has been suspended for 80 games.
Really? Who?
He put some kind of illegal substance in his body. I didn't recognize his name. He just came over from the Padres, Dodgers, or somebody. But yeah, he got caught with some illegal substance, and he's.
Why does? Well,
sometimes there's trainers that give him stuff and they don't know about it.
Yeah.
But so you give him benefit of the doubt. But he probably knew about it. But anyways, he's out for 80 games. That's almost the whole season.
Well, it's half season.
Yeah.
Well, it is 165, 125.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of games. Maybe if we didn't need him. Evidently he ain't showed up yet. They're just not scoring any runs, but they're out on the West Coast right now, so they'll get it together.
Yep.
This coming Saturday, Tallapoosa County 4-H county contest is going on from 8 to 12. Drop-off exhibits and at the Dadeville Elementary School. This is for 4th, 5th, and 6th grades. Now, they're going to have a bake-off, cookies, cakes, and breads. Darlene Meadows, maybe you can teach them how to do some breads. That woman knows she can do some breads. Block rock, nature craft, speaking. I think we talked about this. Did you take who'd you take speech from in school?
In the 10th grade, the Reverend Coach Billy Coleman taught me speech.
You know, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
Was he a good? I would think he was a good speech teacher.
Well, I can't explain without spluttering. So other than that, you know, but no, he was very good.
Did you learn confidence to get up in front of people, or did you already have it?
I'm sure I didn't have it then. I had a speech teacher at Auburn, and I did good in that class because she was a grad assistant. She was only like 3 years older than me, and she was gorgeous. And I wanted to make sure I did good in that class. So I did.
When you said you did good, did you make good grades?
In that class, I did.
So, getting up and talking, you get up and sing in front of folks, and you should be antsy before you get up. I mean, that's just
yeah.
It wouldn't be normal if you didn't.
I can get up and sing a whole lot less stressed out than I can if I get up and talk. And I can get up and talk, but it's, you know, when you're singing, your words are prepared for you already. You know what you're going to say, or it's going to come out. Well, you hope you know what you're going to say because the song is. But like talking, like Sunday morning, we were there practicing in the praise band, and they went, "Oh, you got the prayer this morning." I was like, "Okay," and that made me nervous.
Well, I guess praying now is a conversation with me. I don't, you know, I guess many years ago, I guess maybe people wouldn't call on me, but if I'm called on now, I don't have any problem with it because I don't plan anything. It's just like out here.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the same thing. Well, you talking about the songs, you got the words there. If you're making a speech, you got to have it planned out.
Right, but I can't stand to read. I don't like using the words for a song. Sometimes I have to because if you have to rely on what's in front of you, I mean, I get lost. I get lost. You know, I skip a line, or you get lost on there. So I like to be able to, you know, look at folks and talk when I'm talking.
You got a spring fling anytime?
I don't, but I guess I can talk about the I almost call it. Tell how old I am. The junior college.
Well.
It's CAC, Central Alabama Community College, is having a spring fling Wednesday, April the 9th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students are free. They got food, they got games, they got music, all kinds of things going on out there at CAC on April the 9th. That should be a fun time. They've had those for years. We had them when I was there back in the mid-'80s and had a good time.
Yeah, that is a good thing, and they turn out for it, and it's really a good way, I think, to introduce them to the campus. Also, this coming weekend, Sunday, March the 6th, now this was put off from last month because of some bad weather at that time, Spurs Ministries. Now, our buddy Matthew Reams is heading this up. It will be at the Central Coosa Cowboy Church. They got a horse whisperer coming in. Lunch served from 12 to 2. Event starts at 2, and it's free, open to the public. We'll be right back. Salvation Army, they're located on Highway 280, 6800 US 280, matter of fact. Let's just say with the weather warming up like it's going to do this week, all of a sudden you need short sleeves. Young men, young ladies, children, and you got your long sleeves. Well, you're looking for them. You say, I'm scrapped for money right now. Well, you're looking for a deal. You just found it. Salvation Army 6800 US 280.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old.
And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers, and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors is turning it up with some incredible giveaways. 2 VIP tickets to the Morgan Wallen Sand in My Boots Festival and 2 weekend tickets to the Talladega Race. Don't wait. Enter now at calldixie.com. It's fast, easy, and free. Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors, bringing you comfort and unforgettable memories since 1908.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
At High Point Insurance Group, we're here for all of life's milestones.
Like when you finally step into your dream home.
And when you drive off in that dream car, we've got you covered.
Or when you hit the water with your new boat.
We're by your side.
High Point Insurance Group.
Protecting you through all of life's high points.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats, there's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy, heated outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
Welcome back to the front porch, and thank y'all for being with us. I want to thank Grassroots for Miss Shannon. You always do a great job, and I don't even know really what I'm talking about, but if you send them, I know they're going to be good. I'm talking about Molly Lovett and James Hollingsworth with us today. Where y'all from? We ain't talked about that.
No, we haven't. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, but I've lived in Nashville, Tennessee for the past 4 years.
Why?
Yeah.
Music? You went to music? Nashville for the music?
Yeah, I went to college for a whole year in Kentucky.
Where?
Went to Murray State.
Murray, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, during that year, I was playing. We had like one bar on campus, so I would play at this bar every weekend, and I was writing songs instead of going to class.
Mm-hmm.
And
by yourself, writing by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ended up writing like an entire album my freshman year.
Good for you.
I came back over Christmas break, and I played my first big full band show in St. Louis. We sold out the place.
Wow.
And I was
How good did that make you feel?
Oh my gosh. It literally made me be like, hey, Mom and Dad, I'm not going back to school. Like, this was the greatest night of my life.
What did they say about that?
They were all in. It was
Okay.
so funny.
That's your love. That's your passion.
Yes, exactly. And they love music. Like, since I was little, they've taken me to, a million concerts, and always put me in piano lessons and guitar, and they've been so supportive.
Anytime you got, especially your parents supporting you, I mean, that says so much about your family.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
How'd y'all run into each other? James, where you from?
I'm from West Coma, Texas, a little town north of Waco.
Wow. You grew up on a farm?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, grew up on a farm.
Your love for music, where did that come from? I know y'all ask answer these same old questions, but I just like to find out where you from.
Well, in Texas, it's a community thing. So dance halls, going out socially on Fridays and Saturdays is pretty regular. Plus, Bavarians, Czechs, Germans, they love dancing, they love music and polka.
Really?
And West is a majority German and Czech town. So
I'm just learning something.
Yeah. So
music is music.
Yeah.
People are people, no matter where you go. I use that term all the time, but doggone it, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So they like country music.
They love country music. Love all kinds of music.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it was as a child. And then whenever I got into school, I competed classically, so jazz, clarinet, saxophone, that kind of stuff.
Really? Can you play all those?
Not anymore, but I used to play real good. I competed. I placed in state rosters. One of the best students that played the instrument.
Yeah.
I got a ride to college, and figured out I wasn't good at college. Came back home.
Y'all got something in common, yeah, okay.
Right? Yeah.
I figured out I wasn't very good at school, so but we got to go all over the place, and I got to experience it professionally in a whole different setting. And when I came home, I kind of missed it. So, you go back home and you still got the dance halls, you still got all that stuff, and I kind of got slowly pushed into playing at the bars, the honky tonks and stuff like that, the dance halls. And it started out as just for fun. It was something everybody could come and they would all go, that's my son, my brother, that kind of thing. And then it just kept coming on down. And we actually met through mutual associates. So Big Mac Entertainment pulled us together, and then Clay Dustin, who I deal with all the time, he's my manager.
Out of Texas?
Out of Texas.
Do y'all travel together as a duet? Do y'all, is it
this week we have.
Yeah, as of this week.
Really?
But we're solo artists, and we both separately got sent the song Fixin' To, and both separately kind of fell in love with the song, and we're asked to sing it together.
So who put y'all together?
Brian over at Big Mac Entertainment. So he sent me the song first, I believe, and I just kind of asking like, hey, what do you think of this song? And I was like, I love this song, and I actually the writers on the song are a couple buddies of mine back in Nashville. So
small world.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh, like why have I not heard this before? And he asked if I would just send him an acoustic version of just myself singing it, and I was like, totally. So I sent something back, and I didn't know that he had sent that to James, and was like, what do you think of this song and this girl? And yeah,
it kind of went down like that. It just they really didn't mention anything to me about playing it, but then the next day they said, yeah, we think that you're gonna have to record this in Nashville. So then we got a trip to Nashville, and that's where I met her. I met her in the studio to make the song.
Where'd y'all record?
Warner Chapel.
Wow. I think about sometimes fate, how people are thrown together. I think about and it's got to be chemistry.
Totally.
I mean, but it's also got to be some voices in there. And I just heard y'all doing the song, and the harmony is there. And harmony, I've always said this, and I say it all the time, is either good or bad. There ain't no in between when it comes to harmony. So what's after this? I mean, do you see I hate to ask this, but I'm going to. Do you see a future with y'all, or do you see you doing this maybe right now, you move on, or do you know?
Well, I think kind of how we got into doing this really is just keeping a lookout, because if we said one thing or another, we'd probably be wrong.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, I think we'll both always be our own artists, but obviously this has been so great getting to do this song, and people are really loving it. So I'd always be down to do another song together.
Have y'all written anything together?
We have not written together yet. Might have to make
You
that.
got that big old bus out there.
I was going to say, yeah, we've definitely got time this week with all the travel.
But that's what you do. You know, I think about artists that have been thrown together, and I'll use Brooks and Dunn. They were just thrown together. Turned out to be pretty good duet, but also good songwriters. And here again, I'm going to ask this same old question. No, I'm not. I was going to ask you who your favorite artists are. And I think I'll find that out when I listen to the song. But so when y'all leave here, you're going back to Tennessee to do some radio tours. From there, after Tennessee, you said you just came out of Kentucky. What do you learn from doing this?
I mean, this is my first radio tour. So
really?
So I've never seen this whole side of the industry.
What excites you about it?
I think just since I was little, like that, this has been a dream of mine. Like when I was a little girl, I would tell people when I grow up, I am going to be a famous country singer and I'm going to have the #1 song in country. Like that was always what I said. So I think being able to do this week is like the little girl, you know, inside of me. I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm starting to.
I'm going to ask you. Somebody had to impress you. Was it a country music artist? Was it a friend? Was it mom? Was it dad?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, so many people have inspired me. When I was little, my very first concert, I was 5 years old, was Tim McGraw on Faith Hill.
Really?
So that kind of lit the fire inside of me, I would say. And I've looked up to so many female artists for sure in country. I mean, Carrie, Miranda, Shania. But my all-time favorite is Taylor Swift. That is like, since I was little, that is just who I grew up with. And even when she kind of transitioned from country to pop to, you know, more what she's doing now, I've always loved and respected her songwriting and, just really looked up to her.
And she's been even in the movies, cartoons. I mean, it's just it's
such a career.
Yeah, she's had a heck of a career. You know what? She's still a young person, but she's been around for a while. She's worth a lot of money too.
Yeah, she is.
But let me tell you something. I think if you get into this for the money, you get into it for the wrong thing. You got to get into it for the love, the passion.
Totally.
You know, whether you're writing. Whether you're singing individually, you're singing, you know, a duet. But is it the same thing with you? Did you have a favorite? Is something you growing up in Texas? I mean, that's a big old state, and they love their country music out in Texas. Anytime I'm talking to anybody, especially from Texas or traveling that. You can make a career out of Texas.
Yeah, you don't even have to leave.
No, I mean you can just do it forever, and some do.
Yeah.
Is that something that you want to go back to, or you want to get out here and spread your wings?
Yeah, well, I'd like to get out and spread my wings because kind of the running joke this morning is that I've got a bit of a horse. So, but that's got to be my favorite thing is traveling. I love traveling. I love seeing different places and people, and that's always stayed true. And I think I just think if I learned anything, it's to take Zyrtec every day.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But I think out of Texas, it's got to be Willie and Waylon. That's the biggest ones. Right where we're from, Willie's home is there. He owns the church in Abbott. And,
Abbott, Texas, yeah. Well, he and Bobby were from. Their grandparents raised them, and man, now he done hit a soft spot. When
you're
talking
about
Willie. He'll be 92 years young next month and still going. We'll be right back. Lake Martin, Dadeville area Chamber of Commerce. They just put it like this: buy local from your restaurants. Stillwater's is there. Mom and pop stores are there. Camp Hill right around the corner. Of course, downtown day was rocking and rolling. Jackson Gap is just rocking. Let me tell you what, it's a rock and roll community, and thank the Lake Martin-Dayville Area Chamber of Commerce for being so involved in it. Call Miss Molly today if you want to join up, 256-825-4019. Porch Feed and Seed covers both sides of the road in downtown Dayville. Incredible selection of plants, stones, insecticides, and gift selection in the additional part. Original store has tack and boots for men, women, and children, gloves, hats, belts, and Carhartt clothing. Come on in and visit. Open Monday through Saturday for your convenience with a whole lot of service. Porch Feed and Seed, downtown Dayville, Alabama.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Get ready for the James Gang Carnival coming April 15th through the 19th at the Charles E. Bailey Sportplex. Family nights, Tuesday and Thursday nights, special discounts and deals for the whole family. What to expect? Exciting rides for all ages, fun games, and fantastic prizes. Mouth-watering carnival treats, cotton candy, funnel cakes. Come out for a fun-filled week and experience all the magic of the carnival. That's April 15th through the 19th.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen-to-home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Not everyone can be an original, but when it comes to your residential and commercial plumbing needs, depend on the Lake's original plumbing company, Lake Plumbing. Since 1990, Lake Plumbing has served the Lake Martin, Alex City, Dadeville, and eclectic areas with professional plumbing services. And Lake Plumbing is now offering the industry's best in-home water filtration units from the industry's best water filters, Pentair. Call 334-301-3328 today and trust the region's original plumbers, Lake Plumbing. 334-301-3328.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home-owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, Lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449. We've talked, and we can talk, and we can talk, and we can talk, but it's time for me to hush. I know it's hard for me to do, but I'm going to try to hush. It's music time. Now, this is a song. Tell us about the song first.
Yeah, so the song is called Fixin' To, and it's really such a story kind of song. It's two people who meet in a bar. They're strangers, and they are both separately going through their own kind of struggle, heartbreak, and just kind of recognize that in each other, and get to talking and get to kind of fixing each other's heartbreaks.
But this is a song y'all didn't write.
Yes, which is something that I've never done before. This is my first outside cut because I'm a songwriter. I write 4 or 5 days a week back in Nashville, and love to write, especially my own songs. But Nate Kenyon, Logan Crosby, and J. Michael Harder wrote this one, and as soon as I saw those names, I was
And you
like,
knew 'em.
yes, I was like, oh my gosh, and I mean, they're so well known and respected back in Nashville, and once I heard the song and then saw the names on the song, I was like, yep, this is it.
When I was in Nashville, and of course, my thing was the older country music. That's an artist. That's what I grew up on. So I was a kid in the candy store. But what I saw in especially Nashville at that time with those artists, it was community. Everybody knew everybody. Oh, yeah. So I think now with the new coming in here, are you seeing that? Well, you already have seen it.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about Nashville is the community. Like
It's
feel
still
like
a community.
Oh, totally. I mean, I cannot walk into a bar and not know somebody.
Wow.
It's just, I love it so much. And everybody really, for the most part, truly is trying to help each other out, I think.
Well, and everybody knows, there's so many folks that have gone to Nashville to make it, and not everybody's gonna make it. So you gotta know that, but again, I go back, you can't do it just for the money.
Yeah.
You gotta do it for the love, you gotta have the passion.
Yeah, one of my favorite pieces of advice that I was given when I moved to Nashville was just stay in line. And so what they meant by that was that, some people are gonna move back home. They're gonna get out of line. Some people are going to decide, like, I just wanna strictly be a songwriter. So they, in some capacity got out of line.
Right.
And then some people just wanna play Broadway or do things like that. They got out of line. So it's like, if you just stay in line, eventually it will be your turn and it'll happen.
Never heard it put.
Yeah.
I think being at the right place at the right time, being around the right people. I think with Shannon, with the grassroots and that entire group of folks, when they start moving you around, sooner or later you're going to run into somebody, and you never know who's watching. You never know who's listening.
It's true.
So this song is this? So this is the first y'all are doing it together.
It's not the first time we've sang it together.
Yesterday was the first time, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this will be round number 3 of us. Of us singing this
I'm
one.
I'm liking this right here on the front
Yes.
porch. Fixing to. They fixing to sing this song for you right now. I'll turn it over to you right now.
I was fixing to walk into this bar and grab a beer and mind my own.
I was fixing to finish my glass of wine, pay my tab, and head on home.
Was fixing to go through this all alone.
I was fixing to go through this all alone.
Then the pain in my eyes caught the pain in yours, and I knew, even though we never met before, we were fixing to clear as day you were going through. But I'm going through my hell tonight. It's like heaven sent and the stars align, and the form of a neon sign in that smoky room. My broken heart's like yours.
It needs fixing too.
I was fixing to sit here all dang night and stare at pictures on my phone.
Ooh, I was fixing to probably call him up, even though I said I won't.
Looks like we ain't gotta do all them things we don't wanna do. 'Cause then the pain in my eyes caught the pain in yours, and I knew, even though we never met before, we were fixing to
Clear as day you were going through.
what I'm going through in my hell tonight. It's like heaven heaven sent and the stars align. The form of a neon sign in that smoky room. My broken heart's like yours, he needs fixing too. I was fixing to buy her a ring.
I was fixing to plan our wedding.
I'd ask you what you think, but it's the same as me, I'm guessing. And the pain in my eyes caught the pain in yours, and I knew, even though we never met before, we were fixing to.
Clear as day, you were going through.
Yeah, what I'm going through in my hell tonight, it's like heaven sent and the stars align. The form of a neon sign in this smoky room. My broken heart's like yours.
It needs fixing too.
My broken heart's like yours. It needs fixing too.
I love, because when y'all were kind of running through it a while ago, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear you sing. I didn't hear you sing. And the coming together, the harmony.
Yeah.
John Wayne right behind you said, "Way to go, Pilgrims." That was from Missouri to Texas. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think about being thrown together. Like, I don't know if you were thrown together, but you're together now. I say take advantage of it. I mean, you know, travel, sing, write, and see what the road, you know, to Tennessee, going back to Tennessee,
Yeah.
what it's going to do. That's got to be exciting, not knowing. You got to be open-minded.
Oh yeah, I feel like, I mean, that's this whole industry is just the unknown. We all have this fire inside of us, this
Yeah.
same, you know, passion and dream, and you're chasing it.
If you don't have the passion, you don't have it. You know, if you don't have and that goes in anything. If you don't have the love for what you do, this is probably, I say so many things out here saying the same thing, but it's a honest truth. If you don't have the love and the passion for whatever you do, it's not going to work. It's not, I don't think it's meant to. It's not meant to work.
No, yeah.
And I think y'all know if it's meant to. Maybe it's meant for you to go this way. Maybe it's meant for you, James, to go this way. Or maybe it's meant for y'all to be together, right? Like I said, like write together, sing together. When did y'all know you had the harmony? First time you sang, or?
When I first heard her.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a nice
When I
compliment.
first heard the recording, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always found that good things happen to you, right? So you fall into stuff like that. That kind of keeps the stress down, too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Surround yourself with good people. That's what I've always said. That's what you're doing right now. You know, how'd y'all run into grassroots? What's that connection?
That's a good question. I really do not know.
Really?
That was through the label as well, through Big Mac.
Okay. Way to go, Big Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've done
Shout out.
really, really good. I'm really impressed with like the whole team. Because like I said, good things happen to you, and so when you're sitting there and you're kind of just looking to see where their next opportunity's coming, and they're full of ideas, but they blow me away.
Yeah. So listen to them. Thanks for letting us listen to y'all. I wish you the best. I wish you all the best, because we fixing to take a break, and we will be right back. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Listen to this lineup at Coon's Corner Deli. This is fried boneless pork chops. Ain't no April food now. cream corn, black-eyed peas, carrots, green beans, English peas, and apple cobbler. I'd say that's a pretty doggone good April Fool's meal right there. Check it out today at the Coons Corner Deli.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
Obituaries today brought to you by Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. Shelby Bruce Bentley, 85 of Davil, Alabama, will be held on Thursday, April 3rd at 2 p.m. The Chapel of Langley Funeral Home. Reverend J. Woodall will officiate. Burial will follow in the Union Church Cemetery. The family will receive friends on Thursday, April 3rd, 11:30 to 1:30. Langley Funeral Home in charge of arrangements. Ms. Lois Marie Curley Brown, 95 of Davil, passed away. Her funeral will be Thursday, April 3rd at 2 p.m. at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. Reverend Freddie Sim will officiate. Burial will follow in Hillview Memorial Park. The family will receive friends Wednesday, April 2nd from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Radney Funeral Home. Graveside service for Mr. Mike Traylor, 70 of Goodwater, will be Tuesday, April 1st at 2 p.m. at the Seaman Congregational Christian Church Cemetery. Reverend Burton Herring will officiate. Radney Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. As always, our thoughts and prayers go out to these families who have lost loved ones. And the obituary is brought to you by Radney and Langley Funeral Home. And we'll be right back.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City. Caring Transitions of Lake Martin, located in the old DHR building in downtown Davil. Owner Brandy Weaver wants you to experience the Caring Transitions difference, providing local and national relocation, packing and resettling, downsizing and decluttering, liquidation, online estate auctions, traditional estate sales. Call Caring Transitions of Lake Martin today, 334-703-5050.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
fried chicken, and wontons, and teriyaki glaze, and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby's Sensation Salad is too delicious to be a salad. Yep, that's why we call it a salad. The Zaxby's Sensation Salad. Zaxby's.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Come on back in here and join us on a Tuesday morning, first day of April. We just say that, the first day of April. Let's go to the lines. And good morning to you, Senator.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know you're going to bring nothing but good news to the state of Alabama today.
Well, the good news is Donald Trump's in office in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and Joe Biden is gone.
There you go. Amen.
That doesn't
That's just been going on.
That doesn't surprise me. That comment doesn't surprise me one bit, because you and I have talked over the last few years, and I knew you were not happy at all. So, what does this do for somebody like you that's been working on so many different bills and working with the state of Alabama, and not just state of Alabama, but what does that do for you, your attitude?
Well, it's a lot better knowing that we've got a chance. In the last 4 years, we've had no chance for this country to make any progress going in the right direction. Kenny, we were just spending so much money on things that didn't make any difference. There was more money going out the back door, and people were stealing, fraud, and theft. We're finding out now, all the money that has been going to illegals through Social Security just so they'd have the opportunity to vote. And it's just, it was just depressing. But now we got a plan. Elon Musk he's on the prowl. He understands business. So does President Trump. We got a chance.
I love our chances. I know one thing that you've reintroduced, and I don't think everybody that's been a part of putting you putting this phone call in today, this is something that's dear to my heart. It's the Farmers Market Expansion Act. That's something for because I know we have a farmers market here in Alexander City and other towns that have it. It's kind of a social thing, but you get some good food out of it too.
It's great for rural areas of our state in Alabama and all over the country. And my nut bill basically gives the opportunity for seniors to have a tax credit whenever they buy pecans, walnuts, anything like that, which is what really farmers markets are about. So we're anxious for this to catch hold. I've also got a honey bill that protects all the honey farmers across the country, and also and really about Alabama, because honey is a big part of our state. And what is happening is China is making a fake honey. Anytime you buy something that doesn't have real honey on the label,
mm-hmm.
then we got huge problems. And all it is water and sugar and a little flavoring. When we make the best honey in the world, we need to be marketing, selling it, and not putting a bad name on it.
That's right.
Well, I guess I think about we have different folks that come on that have the different honey clubs that raise a lot of honey bees. And let me tell you something, or honey. That's a process. It's but these people love it. And I hope that we see more and more folks, because especially local honey, it's really good for you also.
It's really good for you, but again, it's like anything else. China, we have supported China for years, and China and a few other countries are just sending in all this fake honey that is not good for you. It's nothing but sugar, and it's putting our honeybee farmers out of business, and we've got to stop it.
How do you? Okay, that's my next question. How do you stop it? I mean, you've got the real deals around here that actually make honey. They take in the honey bees and they make and they make it and then they process it because it's a heck of a process. But how do foreign countries? How do we stop them, Senator?
Well, it's through tariffs. It's through imports.
Okay.
It's how we check it on the labels and where it comes from. But again, my dad was a honey farmer growing up, and we had honeybees, and it was a hard process, but it was a great process because we always had fresh honey. But again, we know who's doing it. There's just been no plan to stop it, and so we're going to stop this honey from coming in all over the world that is not even close to what honey is supposed to be about, and it's not good for you. And so my bill says that we're going to put a stop to it. And I got another bill also, Kenny, that's going to help in the future, going to help our catfish farmers because right now Vietnam is sending in 3 billion pounds of catfish to the United States, 3 billion pounds a year that are all these catfish that they send in is really not catfish. They raise it in sewers, really bad area, and we have got to save our catfish farmers because they're getting run out of business because of low prices. But it's like everything else. You got to keep an eye on it, and you got to have somebody that's willing to put sanctions on people like this, and that's Donald Trump.
Well, and you've seen. I know you've already seen a change already in America, and that's what we were looking for. I want to go back to the catfish and the way they're raised. When we go to the grocery store, how can we know that we're buying farm raised in the state of Alabama or just the United States? Is there any label that shows us that?
Oh, you betcha. You can look on there and tell. And most of the time they don't tell you where it's made.
Right.
If it comes out of another country, but if it is raised in the United States and processed in the United States, it will say that on the label. So you have to be very, very careful. We have some very good processing plants in this country. We've got them in Mississippi, we got them in Arkansas, and we got them in Alabama. But if we don't do something about this cheap, unhealthy catfish that the Vietnamese and some of these other Asian countries are sending in, we're going to run our farmers out of business.
Does it start with the companies that own the different? I won't get into naming any particular grocery stores, but does it start there? Can they stop the catfish, the Vietnam catfish coming in, the fake honey? Can they be a big part of stopping that?
Yeah, they can be a big part of it, but it's not to their advantage unless we put some kind of referendum on them,
right?
Because they're trying to serve as much food as they possibly can at the cheapest price. But we need quality,
right?
And quality comes from made in the United States, and sometimes it might cost a few cents more, but a few cents more to keep our food supply in this country, made in this country, is the thing we need. We saw in COVID, during COVID, we look up in COVID and we go, wait a minute, we don't make any drugs. And all of our drugs come from China. Well, really? So now we need to make sure that our food comes from the United States. When things go bad, we might have a war or something, say with China. What are we going to do if all of our food comes from China or somewhere else and we can't get it in the United States? We're going to have a tough time. So we got to protect ourselves. Nobody else is going to do it. Everybody else takes advantage of us, but we need to protect ourselves.
Senator, I guess I think about you growing up and actually growing up on a farm and making honey. Then you're able to help the process these days. That's got to be a good feeling for a senator that's doing good because you see how good it did years ago, or where the process. You see how the process goes. I know it makes you feel good to be a part of it.
Well, it does. I'm on the Ag Committee here,
right.
First Alabama senator in 25 years, and I've come back and brought a lot of information back to Alpha and all of our farmers across the state. We have great farmers. You know, we're 60% rural in Alabama, and they need to be protected. And again, they can't make it. Kenny, we've lost 150,000 farms when Joe Biden took office. 150,000 across this country.
Wow.
We'll lose more this year because the price of commodities has tanked. I mean, they can't make any money. Plus, the input cost of all the gas and fertilizer, all that went up. We'll lose probably 20 to 30,000 more farmers this year. We can't continue on that path. We have to make sure we keep our farmers in the United States productive, where they can make our food, grow our food, and if we do that, then we'll have a lot better chance for this country being able to hold its own when things possibly could go bad across the world.
You know, I think about the state of Alabama. Maybe a lot of folks don't realize. I'm gonna jump back to pecans right now. Alabama ranks 8th among states as the top pecan producer. I didn't realize that. And you got to remember, especially as you get older, it's the nutrients in pecans is really good for your brain, your bone, and your heart health. So yeah, we gotta protect those folks that protect us.
Yeah, it's a healthy food. It's homegrown. Again, it gives our farmers a chance. If we can pass a bill like this, it gives them a chance to compete against the trash that is sent in from other countries that sometimes are put in our foods. That's really not like Robert Kennedy Jr. and our Health and Human Services new secretary. He is after these countries and after these businesses that are putting chemicals and trash into our food every day. And I'm so glad he's in there to where he can keep an eye on for the American people, because we have not had that over the years. We have just let these people put anything in the world, all these chemicals in our food, and it's making life tougher. We have more autism, more dementia, things that are caused by what we put in our stomach and in our body.
Well, we thank you and others that are fighting hard for all of us to be a healthier United States of America. Hey, we need to take a commercial break. Do you need to go, or can you hold on about 4 minutes?
Well, I can try to hold on if I can.
I tell you what. I know you got a busy day. Thank you. We'll catch back up with you real soon. But thank you so much for what you do for the great state of Alabama and the United States of America.
Okay, thank you. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
See ya.
We'll be right back. Carlisle, downtown Alexander City, Alabama, the home of the lime freeze, the home of the real good, different types of ice cream. Yeah, and you see the temperatures upper 80s, low 90s this week. Well, when you go by to get that ice cream and that waffle cone, you may want to just stay in there where it's nice and cool, because if you go outside, it's going to run down your arm and your face. Well, maybe that's what you want. Well, you can do that at Carlisle, downtown Alexander City.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552, 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practicing criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Well, it's 52 right now. It's going up to 82 degrees today. Nothing but sunshine. Man, it's going to be a pretty day. Get out and enjoy it because the rest of the week's going to warm up. Tonight, 66, partly cloudy, slight chance of rain. Let's go into the first week of April. Tomorrow, 90 and 69, 89 and 69 on Thursday, 91 degrees on Friday, going into the weekend, 66 low. Saturday, a lot of things planned. First day of baseball, t-ball, and all that here at Sportplex Saturday. It's going to be a great day, 89 and 70. Rain chances moving in here on Sunday, 75 and 52. So next week we'll start off a little bit cooler. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by our friends at Top Gun. Yeah, come on back in here and enjoy us. I apologize if I wasn't quite sure about the senator if he wanted to hang around or not. So I apologize if I cut him off. We were just there's so many things that basically we would have gone over what we'd already kind of hit on. Mm-hmm. And I guess I didn't realize I knew about Vietnam catfish coming in, but I don't know. I was going to get into the meats. It's the same thing. Same thing with meats. There's ways that we can know what is. I mean, when you go buy meat, you don't buy something from Mexico. No. I mean, you know where it's coming from.
People say it's cheaper. It's cheaper if you get it, but it's not as good.
But is there a label on there? What?
When Winn-Dixie was open,
yeah,
you could go out to Winn-Dixie, and there was a section over there, and you go, man, those ribeyes are only $7 a pound. Mm-hmm. When normally they're $13.99 a pound, and it would be product of Mexico.
So it says that.
Okay. It did.
You buy what you
no,
pay
I didn't
for.
buy any of it.
Have you ever had any?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd ever just to try it. I didn't know if you'd ever.
Mm-mm. You know, it's probably fine, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to try it. I like.
Honey.
We're red-blooded Americans.
Yeah.
We want honey. You know, local honey is supposed to be good for your sinuses and all that because it's got the pollen that's here.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you the stuff that comes from overseas, like he said, Senator Tupple said, it's just sugar and water and flavor.
But I guess we have a lot of folks that come on with the Tallapoosa County beekeepers, and I love when they come on. They talk about it. They know because you know, a lot of them have a ton of hives that they go out. They I don't know if you call it catching the bees. But they do the whole thing, and it's a work process. But in Tallapoosa County, that's really grown.
It is.
Have you ever tried it?
I've never tried.
Yourself?
No. I used to, when we were when we were kids, we lived down in Coosa County. We had some neighbors down there that were beekeepers, and looked like an alien when he come out of the house with all that big thing on his head and everything. And but I sure did like when he'd bring over a jar full of honey with honeycomb in there.
Oh yeah.
And my granddaddy, and Papa would cut off a chunk and here, chew on this, and it was just, you could just, it was so good. That and sugar cane, I loved all that. But you know, back to buying that meat and stuff, and you're just like, we got to buy. We can, you know, I know tariffs are going to control would help on that, I guess, but we can control it too by not buying it.
Yeah, you're right.
If you know that,
right.
if it's Publix, Walmart, or we just name them all the big grocery stores, if they're selling this stuff from China or wherever, just don't. If nobody buys it, guess what? They'll quit carrying it.
Yeah.
That's the way I think about it.
It's just left up to us.
Exactly, the consumer.
A lot of times it's not Tuberville or anybody that's working in the with our government trying to fight for that, but. Yeah. You got to have, and we've seen how he's done over. You know, he fought with everybody in the last president that was in, and now he's got somebody he can work with. And so all these, would it make it easier for him to get pushed through?
Yeah,
is that how that works?
Yeah, right. Well, there's a big election right now, is it Wisconsin today? It's today.
What's that on?
It's a special election, and they're you know.
Governor?
No. Up there, it's either Senate or House, and it could turn the way that's the majority. Yeah, yeah. It's a big. It was all over the news last night. Okay. I should pay more attention. I'm speaking on something I really don't know a whole lot about, but
see, I don't look at the news.
You sound like my mama. You look at that TV. I'm gonna look at my soap opera. I gotta watch my story. Yeah, you look at it. Yeah, I guess you do look at it, don't you?
Well, during all this excitement, I don't know if I've shot 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Are you lucky, punk?
Yeah, you watch those old movies. Yeah.
The guy he shot. I watched Dirty Harry last night. He said the guy he shot. He said, "Hey, I got to know." But one thing I never liked about all those Dirty Harry, I'm trying to know, I've got 2 others recorded that came on after that. I'm trying to remember the Magnum Force.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were all Harry. He was all Harry, yeah.
But I think about it now.
Magnum Force was bad.
But the music in it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. I mean, it was just absolutely.
That was because a lot of it was country. Those when he had the orangutans, the Any Which Way You Can, Any Which Way But Loose.
Oh, that makes it a lot of country.
Yeah, a lot of country.
Eddie Rabbit.
Eddie Rabbit was good, but some of it was a little cheesy.
I know. Yeah. They sold, though.
They did.
Bought him a lot of cheese.
They did.
He's 94 years old
now. I think everybody started wearing cowboy hats back then.
Oh, yeah. I think we got, Miss Mary Perry and Senator, not Senator John Hill, Reverend John Hill. Up next, you have a good day. We'll be right. Doc's Cafe. Let me tell you about Doc's Cafe. if I can get this stuff he just put here. Hold that right there a little bit. Doc's Cafe today for lunch, beef ravioli or ranch chicken, zucchini fries, suffering succotash, baked artichokes, corn pudding. I've had it. It's delicious. And the vegetable soup of the day is vegetable soup. That's the soup of the day at Doc's Cafe at the Russell Medical Cafeteria.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Have you heard? The Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle just officially reset the bar. With track-tuned suspension and a comfortable chassis, plus a torquey 776cc parallel twin engine with quick shift. This bike won't compromise. And with qualified buyers getting as low as 1.99%, financing for 36 months, neither will you. Head into Adams Motorsports in Montgomery to experience the Suzuki GSX 8R, the new standard of sport. Terms and conditions apply.
Integrated Massage of Alexander City is located at 119 Madison Street behind the old Chamber of Commerce. Destiny Goble is the owner, says come on out for outcome-based treatment plans, pain relief, focused areas, relaxation, cupping therapy, hot stones. Remember, rewind, reset, recover. Make an appointment today at Integrative Massage of Alexander City, 256-252-7644.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Welcome back to the front porch. You got Pastor Hill, now known as
Senator Hill.
Senator Hill, and Kenny told me I could take any seat in the house I wanted, so I took his seat. I thought we would just change up some things right now.
What would you change?
Well, first of all, I think my hair looks a whole lot better than yours in this seat.
We'll let Mary Perry Wood.
I can't tell much difference.
Mary Perry here, my buddy, Senator John Hill from Flint Hill. That we still say all that.
You can
with a wife named
And
Hill.
he's been on Capitol Hill.
I have.
As a chaplain.
I have.
Yes.
I have.
When let's talk about that. When you went to as a chaplain to on Capitol Hill, what did you do?
I prayed.
Mm-hmm.
And our
nation.
For our nation, yes. And I got to go up there. I was invited by our representative for our district.
What representative? We're not here at all.
Don't put us on the spot.
You put me on the spot.
No,
it's
not
the one
at
we got
all.
right now. No.
Okay, next question.
It'll come to me in a minute. Wow, I'm doing a horrible job promoting him. But he and his staff, Jill and I had gone up there and visited.
I remember.
And just on a weekend vacation and met him, and somehow or another I finagled a invitation to come and say a prayer, open Congress with a prayer.
Wow.
And
That
that
has to be
was
special.
quite an honor.
Yeah.
It was quite an honor.
Well-
I realized I was standing there at the same place all the presidents have stood.
Yeah, wow.
The same place that Franklin Roosevelt asked for a declaration of war.
Wow.
It was pretty, for a history buff like me, it was pretty amazing.
Does that put everything in perspective in that moment?
It did for me. It did for me. Again, it was a great honor.
I guess I know your love for history, but to be standing where history happened, that just had to be.
It's pretty amazing.
Golly,
It was certainly amazing, and I can't even really tell you what it was like. Now, you know me. So I get up there, and we are in a big room, and the Speaker of the House at the time was Paul Ryan. And so we're standing there, and I'm standing there with Paul Ryan, with our legislator, a couple other, high-ranking members of the House of Representatives. And at that point in time, they were trying to get the American Association for Suicide Prevention was trying to get the 3-digit number through Congress so that people
Like
could
a
just
211?
like a 911, and we have finally got that through. But at that point in time, it was still kind of stalled. And so I'm sitting there telling the Speaker of the House how important this is. We got to get this bill through. And, we've got personal stories on that. But so I walk out, and Jill goes, "Were you just lobbying the Speaker of the House?" And I said, "Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly right.
You're not going to get me that close to somebody I don't."
Yeah. You had the opportunity.
I had the opportunity. You got to take it.
Yeah, take advantage of that. I think about what y'all are doing right now for, of course, the Alzheimer's Association Dementia Caregivers Support Group. That the Alzheimer's falls under so much now with people with dementia. Is that?
Well, there's a lot of confusion about the terms Alzheimer's and dementia. But the lady that you had on your program last week, Christy Baines, and she came and spoke with our group last time we met. And
really
she
good
was
at it.
very interesting, and she described it very well. Dementia's the umbrella.
Yep.
And under dementia, there are a lot of different types, including Alzheimer's, which is probably the most famous one.
Right.
Alzheimer's, Parkinson's,
I was
all
gonna say
that
Parkinson's.
stuff falls under dementia. It's all a type of dementia.
And it affects so many folks.
And it does.
It really does.
It is amazing.
I've been there with my mom.
And I will say this, for every one dementia patient, it affects probably 10 others at least.
Yeah.
As
Wow.
caregivers. Think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
About the family or the friends of that person.
It's
the
not
caregiver.
easy.
It's not easy.
Not easy.
And so it is a widespread issue that is very difficult to deal with.
Now, y'all will do this Monday, April the 7th, but will you do it the first Monday of every month?
We do.
Yes.
At
First
1
Monday.
o'clock at Flint Hill Methodist Church, or Flint Hill Church, it's still Flint Hill Methodist Church to me, downstairs in the family room. Okay.
That's Fellowship Hall.
Okay.
Fellowship Hall.
But this is something. If you're just starting to go through this, I think it's very important that you go to see what to expect,
Well,
what to expect.
You feel so alone
Yeah.
when you're traveling the road.
You've been there.
Yes, and so you just feel alone, and you feel like you're charting a new path.
You
But
are.
but there are people who have been through it, so they can help you
Mm-hmm.
and make you not feel so alone, and help you with resources and different things like that.
You've been there with your mom.
I have.
I know we've talked about this, but it was different with your mom. It was different with my mom. It was different with your husband.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah,
Every-
it's as individual as
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are.
It's kind of like our buddy Steve Sain says about Parkinson. He said, if one person has Parkinson, one person has Parkinson. Everybody's different.
Everybody's different, but there are a lot of similarities.
Oh, yeah.
And the things that I think, some of the emotions that you go through as a caregiver, not as the patient, but as the caregiver, there's a lot of likeness in those from caregiver to caregiver. And, when I was going through it, I felt like, nobody really understands what we're going through right now.
But they did.
But they did. And I think that was one of the reasons it was so important for us to get this started now, was to do that so that people are not going through this having to feel like they're alone.
And let me mention something. This is not just for the Flint Hill congregation.
No, this is for
thank y'all
everybody.
for having it at Flint Hill. But this is not just for the Flint Hill congregation. It's open to anybody and everybody.
As a matter of fact, the group that we have now that are regulars coming, none of them are Flint Hill members.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
So, yes, it is.
Do you have members at Flint Hill that do have people in their family that has dementia?
We have a couple of people that are members of Flint Hill that have dementia right now. And we were just talking about one of them. She is at Chapman's Assisted Living. She has no family here, and so her family really here in town is Flint Hill. Mary will be taking her to the doctor later on today.
I think I've met her before. Yeah.
And so,
but I think about what you're saying about no families. I think about with what we're going through with Ellen going to the cancer center, and we see I don't know so many. We see people that don't have family. It's just them. They take themselves to get their infusion. It's just them. It's nobody to help them. Well, it's somebody to help them get in and out of the cancer center if they need it. But then they go home by themselves. Wow. You talking about heartbreaking?
Yeah.
Golly, and Ellen has really noticed that. And maybe it's not a lot, but still, one is too many.
Sure.
I mean, and then I applaud you for doing that for somebody that you didn't know. That's just the way you were raised.
Well, this particular lady was a good friend of my mother's.
Well,
so
she had to be a good person.
Right.
Me and Charles Dean were talking about your mom and dad just
Really?
recently. Yeah. So it's I don't know. When you got family that's helping you, it just doesn't get any better than that. But then when you don't, it's heartbreaking.
It is.
It's
And
heartbreaking.
that's one of the things about being a part of a church.
A family.
A family. That church can become your family.
You're right.
Exactly.
And we have so many churches in town that can be that family for you. I'm not out here just trying to get people to go to Flint Hill. I just think being a part of a church.
That's what a senator does.
It's
You're lobbying right now.
A church is so important in our walk, in our everyday life. And
do you think it's gotten better? Do you think more families are doing what you're asking right now to get in a church, whether it's Flint Hill, no matter where it is? Do you think we're doing a better? Are we as people are we doing a better job getting in churches, or is that a tough question?
Well, if you look at that question over the last several years, we were doing real well until COVID, and COVID really hurt churches tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And you
after
still haven't built that back up.
we're still getting
Okay.
back.
Okay.
We're still getting our feet.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you have seen is with COVID, you saw people who said, "Well, you know what? I don't have to be in church every Sunday. I can just live my life."
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's fine and well for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but then things start. At some point in time, something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Where you're going to need that church.
Where you're going to need that church again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now we're getting far enough away from COVID that people are running into those things, and they're seeing the need in their family, they're seeing their need for their children, they're seeing the need for themselves, that there's something missing in their life from being in church. And
COVID did good things and bad things. I mean, you know,
just like anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I want to say it's over. I know people still get COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they get flu. They get, you know, but the I guess the bad COVID that we saw 5 years ago.
The fatal COVID is gone.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Hey, the senator, the congressman, and myself will be right back.
Hey, we'll be right back.
Oh, Alexander City. Yep, that's my hometown, and I love the city of Alexander City. But I also know that right now there's a lot of jobs opening at the city of Alexander City with benefits and in different departments. So if you're looking for a job, you have a trade, and you're just wasting it because you don't have a job. Well, I would first go to Alexander City, go to their website, and let's get signed up today. Get back to work.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Benton Clearing and Grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton Clearing and Grading.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full-service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dayton, 256-825-4827.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
And we're back here this morning. My special guests, Kenny Dean and Mary Wood Perry. Mary's from Flint Hill Church. I'm John Hill. I'm your temporary host today, and we're glad to have you back.
That better be all you are. I'm not liking the way this thing's going right now. It's shaping up too much right here. I need to quit doing this right here. Scott Blake's just out here just because he's out here. Believe me, I've walked out on this show one time. I ain't doing it again. I can see what it happened. But, I'm looking at this dementia caregiver support group. But also, I've read this right here. Build a support system with people who understand. Man, that's what it's all about.
Well, when you're dealing with dementia, and I've never dealt with in your situation with Ellen, but with dementia, you really need a team around you. And there are always people who ask, "What can I do?" And for me, I didn't want to impose.
I know.
And I also was concerned about how mom would react and that sort of thing. But one of the things that this helps do is this helps introduce you to other people and to find other resources and how they deal with certain situations. And it's one more teammate on your team helping you go through this time period.
It's really the same thing that what we're going through. There are hundreds of people say, what can I do? And I know they mean that. I'm not a person that likes to, John, can you help me out on this? Now, if I really thought I needed it, I'd go to John.
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, it's what I'm going through. But then it's only a few people that she feels really comfortable. Maybe I have to do the show and I can't leave, that will take her to the cancer center. And so I guess I think about what Wilma Dean told me years ago. If you can count all your friends on one hand, you're doing good. And I'm thinking when that old man told me that, what are you talking about? Well, here again, he was right again. But I think about now with our situation, she only feels really comfortable with just a few of her friends that will take her. And even though there's others that would, when they say, I'll be glad to take her, I'll be glad to help, I know they mean it, but still, she's got to be the one that's comfortable.
I have an example of that. My husband's dementia was pretty advanced at a point, and I was the lay delegate to annual conference the year that John was appointed to Flint Hill.
I'll be darned.
And so I went to annual conference, and I had lined up couples in our church to bring him supper every night. He wouldn't have it.
Really?
He didn't want anybody coming to the house.
Well, see, I'm different. That meal train, that train has roared through our house. And bless Ellen's heart, there's just so much she can eat.
Yeah.
And what can we bring? Bring whatever. You're
going to have a good time, aren't you?
I've eaten real good. In fact, I weigh the first day of every month. In this March, I ate real good, but hadn't lost any, hadn't gained any, so I'm fine with that. But people... But I've seen what it's really done, because Ellen, she 7 out of 7 days most time she doesn't feel like cooking. So I've seen how it really has helped over the last 3 months, now going into the 4th month. So people in small town USA, I knew how good this town was, but to see how they have come out to help, it's amazing. And it's the same thing with this. You need to get involved.
Yeah.
You can make a difference.
You certainly can.
With somebody.
And, you know, and that's one of the things that I love about this is you see the other caregivers helping other people. And so it is a really, really good group.
You talk about caregivers. I don't even look at myself as a caregiver because I'm not, you know, I'm just there.
Yeah.
You know, the caregivers to me is when we go to the cancer center. You know, the doctors, the nurses, the people who she deals with to give her infusion. To me, those are the true caregivers, and then these people that take her. So sometimes a caregiver is not the person at home. That's the way I look at it. And the same thing with dementia caregivers support group. This is something that you can learn from others.
Absolutely.
Going through the same thing that you listen to them.
Exactly.
This is what to expect. It may be different, you know, at your house, but this right here, Monday, April the 7th, 1 o'clock at Flint Hill Church, downstairs in the family room. Again, this is open to everybody.
Open to everybody.
Just show up.
Just show up. Just show up. Even if if you're not the primary caregiver, you know, there's, you know, if you have somebody that has a dementia, Alzheimer's, frontotemporal dementia, Parkinson.
What was that last one you said?
Frontotemporal. That affects the front part of the brain and the temporal region of the brain. That's what Mom had.
Is that it? But is that advanced, or is
well,
it different stages with
it's one of
Really?
It's like Alzheimer's. It's just a different type of dementia. And
it affects everybody different.
It does. It's the same dementia that Bruce Willis has.
That's what I thought. I'd heard that before.
Yes.
And that's where I'd heard it from.
Yes.
So you never know. You know, I think about it. We've talked about this before with my mom. With her, you know, having Alzheimer's all those years, I think about my dad with heart issues. So you start putting a little age on, 72 now. Well, is it going to happen? You don't know.
No, but John took a DNA test.
Oh, you did?
I did, yes. I took the DNA. There's a lot of testing out there now. And one of the testing is there's actually a gene that if you have family members who have dementia, and if you have the dementia, if you have the gene, then your possibilities of having dementia go up dramatically.
Sure.
And so, you know, with everything that we went through with Mom, I had that testing done. It was very easy.
Just a blood test?
No, you spit in a little test tube and send it in.
I love spit.
And so there you go. That's what it was. Actually, I took two of them. I took one for Alzheimer's, and I took one for just dementia.
Really? Really? So it's two different ones you can take?
Well, I did two.
I mean, but
yes.
So both of them are different spits?
You
spit different?
One I spit in, and they had sent me a brush that I brushed around my teeth and my cheeks.
Is that simple?
Yep.
Got a spitter and a brusher out here. I just don't know what, but he's a new co-host, so I might as well get used to it. We'll be right back. Chick-fil-A. Good morning to you, Lois Ann Murphy, and good morning to every employee at Chick-fil-A. Because I know I went through there yesterday to get my wife a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and that's and fries. That's what was good for her yesterday. So why don't you try that today? They've been around for a long time, and they cater breakfast, lunch, and supper at Chick-fil-A, Highway 280, Alex City.
Get ready to smile because it's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of over 40 brand new Chevrolet Silverados, discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes, including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sutherland, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Hi, my name's Mac Alexander. This is my wife, Carolyn Alexander. And the reason we love our church, it's a just awesome family of believers in Jesus Christ. And our church genuinely has a heart for souls and community.
And we love our Sunday school class. It's a wonderful group of people. And we pray for each other in the good times and in the hard times.
Payne's Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, Donald, can you find it for me? That's Payne's Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number.
I want to thank my special guest, Kenny Dean.
I kind of like this.
I want to thank my special guest, Mary Perry. And I want to thank you for tuning in with us, and I hope you will tomorrow. Do you have anything else you want to share with us, Kenny?
You know, it is so hard for so many of our guests to be out here because I won't let them talk. With this right here, I can just sit here and hush for Oh, now you gonna mess with me, putting the mustache and the big nose. I know I got a big nose. You even just made it bigger. Let me see if I can get in that. Okay, there we go. But thank y'all for being with us today, and be careful with your April Fools joking, because sometimes they can backfire, and that's the last thing you want. But I will wish you a happy April Fools Day.
Thank you. You too.
I ain't got to say anything. Thank y'all for being here. We'll see y'all tomorrow.